Hello everybody, I'm back and today we have lots of great things to talk about. But first of all, I'd like to tell you that I started doing something new in our videos. So the second video, because this is the third one, okay? The second video, grasshoppers syndrome, it became too long, so some good friends gave me some advice, and they told me that, okay, why don't you divide the video, part 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did that. So in our channel here you can see that the long video is still there for those who want that, and but for those ones who prefer to watch like short videos, like about 5 minutes each, so it is divided in part 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so have fun, and I hope you can share with others, right? So our video today, the title is to make assumptions or not to make assumptions. That's the question. So I used our friend Shakespeare's idea, to be or not to be. That's the question, and I hope he doesn't mind. And just to think about this question, are we supposed to make assumptions or not? So that's the question. We should think about that. We should ask ourselves about that. But before that, we should know the meaning, right, of the word assumption. So as a teacher, I checked the dictionary, and I'm gonna read for you because I want to say it right. So it was Cambridge Dictionary, and it says assumption is something that you accept as true without question or proof. And there is an example here. People tend to make assumptions about you when you have a disability. And this is true, right? People believe that, for example, a person who is blind, and they believe that a blind person cannot do anything. That's all wrong. We know that blind people are able to develop ways to do things, and we cannot. So, yeah, so these are assumptions. In other words, we take conclusions about something just because we see something, but we don't know everything. We don't have all the facts. So this is a huge problem. So I have something here that I want to show you, and it can be a good illustration, okay? So I have here with me a clock, okay? And let's imagine I would show this clock to two people. One person would be here in front of the clock, another one back where I am, okay? So I would ask the person who is in front of me where you are. I would ask what they could see. And they would say, well, yeah, I can see the time. I know what time it is now. And I would ask for colors. And the person would say, yeah, I can see some colors. White, black, red, green, and yellow. I can see all of this. So now I would ask the person who would be where I am what that person could see. And the person would say, no, I can see only red and some black. So you who said that you can see colors and the time, you are wrong. You cannot see that. So they would start fighting, because they would fight for what they can see, but they cannot see everything, right? They cannot see everything. They can only see partial things. That's our problem. We make conclusions, we decide in our mind things not having all the details, and we start acting accordingly. It's like this. Let's imagine you are on the road waiting for a bus or a Uber or Ola, whatever. And you are there. So suddenly a person you know is coming toward you, walking. But that person passed like in front of you, and the person doesn't talk to you. So you start making assumptions. We start thinking, I knew it. I always knew that that person doesn't like me. I knew it. I knew that that person is jealous at me because I have this, and this, and he or she doesn't. So that person starts developing those thoughts, and next time that person sees the other one, that person will act in a very bad way, judging. Instead of asking, we judge. Instead of next time you see that person, you could say, oh, 2 days ago I was on that road, blah, 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 and you were coming, and I thought you would say hello to me, but you didn't. So I thought that maybe you were having some problems, and was everything okay? And that person would tell you what was happening, and maybe that person would say, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you. My mom is not feeling well, so I needed to go to the drugstore very quickly, and I was so concerned, and I didn't see anyone, and suddenly you would say, wow, so I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. So you see, you have peace when you decide to ask and not start just thinking. And I can tell you that because this is one of my struggles. I see something, and sometimes I start making assumptions. But I've been learning that it's not good. So I really decided for peace in my heart. But for that peace to stay, I have to change some things. And that's what I want to share with you today. There is some teaching about our thoughts. What we are supposed to allow to stay in our minds, and which kind of things we are supposed to say no. And we say to ourselves, stop thinking that. Even if our feelings are saying the opposite. So I've been learning about some teachings that help me a lot to guide me what I should keep in my mind and what I should say, stop, get out of there. You don't belong there, right? So I'm going to read because I want you to have everything, okay? So that teaching says, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. And I started trying to apply this teaching in my heart. So when I start thinking something bad about someone or some situation, I ask myself, this thing I'm thinking now, is it true? Are you sure that it is true? Do you have all the facts? Did you talk to the person? No. So stop thinking. That's my decision. That's your decision. Have you heard those people who say, I said those bad things because you made me say that? sorry is not true. It was inside of our heart. And it's also because we decided to say those things, or we decided to do those things. It doesn't matter what the person says to us. I know this is not easy at all. It's a kind of exercise, a daily exercise. Even when we start getting angry because of something that someone says to us or does to us, we have some time to decide how to react. So if we have this teaching in our minds, like if you start applying this, asking yourself, what are you thinking? Is it true? Do you have all the facts? Or you can see only partially. And you are deciding what you're going to think, how you're going to act or react, just looking at one side of the story. So you can, like sometimes you have some thoughts and you can ask yourself, is it pure what you're thinking? Because sometimes people thinking things that it's not good at all, it's not pure, it's very dirty. You know why, guys? It's because of what we put in our minds through our eyes, our ears. Yeah. According to what we read, according to what we hear, according to what we see. That's how those dirty things come inside of us. So when someone does something wrong against us, we will react or overreact according to what we have already inside of us. So it's not that that person made us act like that. No, not at all. It was already inside of us. And when the opportunity came, overflow. So I'm going to give you another example of when we have things inside of us and how these things come out of us. Okay, so I have here a glass and water. Okay, so let's imagine this glass is you and me, right? So, and the water will be the things we put inside of us, right? So we start like putting anything, right? Good things, bad things, dirty things, lies, bad things, greedy. We become greedy, and lots of bad things here. Anger, jealousy. Can you see it? What does it mean? Everything we have inside of us will overflow. Just wait. And you will come in a way that we say, I didn't want to say that. In fact, all of this was inside of you, inside of me. And that's the same of making assumptions. When someone says something, you don't know all the facts, right? You see only partially. But you have this water that overflowed. It means everything that you had inside of your heart, in your mind, will overflow when the opportunity comes. So I'd like to encourage you to think a little bit about all of this. I'm sure that for many people it's something really new, and I will make more videos about making assumptions, because there are other things that I'd like to share with you. and I hope you have enjoyed this time together. And I'd like to thank you for coming back, for subscribing and sharing with your friends. And I'd like to keep asking you to share with your friends. And if you think these contents are really relevant, please share it on your Facebook page if you have it. So, and let people know, because it's for encouraging everybody, but everybody needs to know, right? So I'm just asking for your help, and there is a bell that you can put there to, when I have a new video, the bell will ring. I'm sorry guys, I don't know how to say this, yeah. Remember, I'm totally out of my comfort zone, yeah. But you can put that bell, so as soon as I upload a new video, that bell will tell you that I'm back. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed our time together, okay? And see you soon.